You know, when you're speaking, I can hear the passion and even a tinge of frustration. You know, maybe it was only me. I'm a chaplain, so I hear these things in people's voices. But you know, I want you to reflect a little bit more with us about, from your observation, from your personal experiences, and from your study as a scholar of Islam, the state of Islamic studies and Quranic studies in the West. What's the state of it? Does it need to be challenged? Is it moving in positive directions, or is it at a stalemate?
It's moving in multiple directions right now. It's very interesting that actually, Fred Donner said a statement that gets much quoted now. He said that Quranic studies is in disarray. And I actually think part of the reason Quranic studies is in disarray is because there's been this kind of refusal to really grapple with all of the information that the classical commentary tradition actually provides us. And people are coming out with different theories here and different theories there about the origins of the text that are really completely contradictory. Now, what all of this really comes down to, it's interesting that you asked me this question this week, because right now we've got a really interesting thing happening in major universities around the United States, which is that we've slowly been having people of more and more diverse backgrounds becoming students and studying within the universities. And that has now gotten to a kind of critical point where the fact that the universities are presenting so much material in accord with classical Western paradigms is now becoming problematic, that you're going to go out and you're going to teach Latin Americans about Latin America using paradigms that come from the United States, England, Italy, Germany, and France. And those are the 5 main countries that have driven the academic structure, all right? You're going to go and you're going to talk, and there's, this Catan studies, which is studies of Somaliland, that you've actually had scholars coming out and saying, oh, people from Somalia, they can't do studies of Somalia. And because of this, that, and the other thing, they get too impassioned. They get too interested. What's wrong with passion? What's wrong with loving what you do? What's wrong with being deeply invested in the outcomes of this? That's an aside here. But we're coming to this point where really the epistemic structure of the academy is being challenged. And it needs to be challenged to have a wider dialogue occurring within the academy, for the academy to be true to the fundamental principles upon which it is in fact founded. There's a phenomena that Boaventura de Sousa Santos has referred to as epistemicide. And that is when it's a dimension of the colonial structures, where you go in and you actually demolish the ways in which people conceptualize themselves and conceptualize their own traditions. And then you privilege the ways in which those who are dominant within the power structure conceptualize them. And this happens over and over again in my specific field within Islamic studies, but we're not the only one. And I think that, that there is the need for us to challenge that on all levels. For example, within the United States of America now, if you go back to the 1930s and the 1940s, the vast majority of professors of Judaism were not Jewish. Nowadays, you find that the vast majority of the professors of Judaism are Jewish, and that's the way it should be, in my humble opinion. And I think that right now, we're in a situation where we're slowly transitioning within Islamic studies to the majority of professors are, by the time I retire, are going to most likely be of a Muslim background. In that same process, a lot of them actually have classical training within the Islamic tradition, in addition to training within the Western academic tradition. And that will be brought more and more to bear within the field. And that, I think, will really change the nature of Islamic studies and Quranic studies tremendously, and I think for the better. not just because the information is going to be there, but far more importantly, because the modes of analysis are going to be different. And there's going to be a major, I think, epistemic widening of the field of Islamic studies, the field of Quranic studies, and I hope of the Bulwer Academy.